In front of me here is a brand new e-bike by a company called Puckipuppy. I kid you not, that's their name. Anyway, they sent me their Corgi 2.0, and you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and put this out there. This is probably one of the most high quality bikes I've ever tested on this channel. But because I get so many of these e-bikes from these companies these days, I get to see all sorts of variations in terms of quality is concerned. And I would put this in the top 10 percentile of the quality e-bikes that I receive. Not only does this e-bike look absolutely sensational with its orange rims, white body, as well as its beautiful styling, and it's a step-through design as you can see here. But anyway, what makes this bike really high quality is, number one, the components. Okay, both brakes here are hydraulic. You got disc brakes here, as you can see on the side, which is kind of sort of the standard these days, but not hydraulic brakes. Hydraulic brakes are something that's usually included with more premium, more expensive e-bikes that are upwards of $1,000 or more. The wires are going directly into the frame as opposed to being put on the bottom or put on the side. So this is also something usually high quality, more expensive premium bicycles have these days as well. Besides that, you get hydraulic dual shocks in the front. As you can see here, both of these are able to be adjusted, so you can either lock up or loosen your front suspension using this dial here. And you could also change your preload on the other side. Besides that, it also has a hydraulic shock in the rear. And I love the fact that the way this is built, it kind of integrates everything into the e-bike. The other thing I wanted to point out is that unlike other e-bikes that have very hard seats, look at this thing. It feels really good on your bum when you're sitting on it. And it provides a lot of bum support. Really comfortable. I feel that it's a little springy. Therefore, when you're going on harsh surfaces, or even for that matter, if you're going to be taking this e-bike on a really long journey, let's just say you're leaving in the morning and coming back at night, I doubt you're going to be tired with this. And look, on the bottom here, it also has a spring. So not only are you getting a suspension shock in the rear, but you're also getting a spring built into the seat here as well, which should make the bike really comfortable on long journeys. This Puckipuppy Corgi 2.0, it's so funny saying that, is UL certified. So fully UL certified. You don't have to worry about bringing this battery into your home and lighting the place up on fire. Fully UL certified, which makes it really awesome. Now, as far as the motor is concerned, let me talk to you guys about that. On my way from home to the park, the throttle response is extremely sharp. Like, this has probably got the sharpest throttle response I felt on any bike that I've ever ridden. Now, this 750 watt motor peaks out at 960 watts. And like I said before, guys, you can really feel it once you're on the road. But check this out. Look at this. It kind of wants to jump. See that? Yeah, so very sensitive throttle response. Let's go ahead and see if we can... No, it doesn't skid out. Okay, so it doesn't have that much power, but for a 960 peak output e-bike, yeah, it's way more than typical. Let's just say that. Sometimes I got to prepare myself whenever I'm using pedal assist, because it accelerates so fast and I'm not like ready for it. I'm using a typical e-bike where acceleration and the throttle response is kind of on the lazy side. So with this e-bike, definitely not the case at all, because I think this thing delivers its 960 peak watts like almost immediately. There's absolutely zero hesitation for it. But anyway, let me go ahead and turn off the pedal assist, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pedal without pedal assist, and I'm going to see if you can actually ride this bike like a typical normal e-bike, or just any bike for that matter. As far as the weight of this e-bike, it's about, I would say, a good 80-85 pounds. But let's see if 85 pounds is able to be ridden without any pedaling. So I'm on 7th gear at the moment. I should have dropped it down. There we go. Way easier when you're lowering gears. I should have done that since the beginning. So I'm on 4th gear at the moment. Pedaling feels like a normal bike to me. Okay, and the previous generations of these e-bikes, if you try to ride them without power, it would be next to impossible. But anyway, we're going to kick into power at the moment with pedal assist. We're going to put it on number 1. So number 1 doesn't really do anything because we're already at 9 miles an hour. We're going to kick it up to pedal assist number 2. Okay, pedal assist number 2 got lots of power immediately, and now we're doing about 12.6 miles per hour. Let's go this way. Pedal assist number 3, 16 miles an hour. Let's go back up to 7th gear. So about 16 miles an hour in pedal assist number 3. Pedal assist number 4, surge power, going all the way up to 20 miles an hour. Now, pedal assist number 5. Pedal assist number 5, it'll go as fast as your heart's desire. I'm doing 26 miles an hour. Yeah, so it'll take you all the way up to 26 miles an hour, but it all depends on how much you want to pedal, how fast you want to pedal. Maybe it'll go more than that, but and quite honestly, guys, how much faster do you want to go on an e-bike? I would say like 22 is probably the sweet spot for me. But at the moment, I'm doing 17, and I'm perfectly happy with 17. So anyway, that being said, really comfortable ride. The seat I was talking about is just amazing. Why can't all e-bikes come with this type of seat? Oh man, super comfortable. The only thing that this bike is probably missing, and I wish it had, would be like a full twist throttle. I love the full twist throttles because these are not bicycles, these are mopeds. Let's just call them that. What's up, bro? You want to race? How fast does that thing go?
Very fast. I'm almost at max.
Oh, really? Yeah, but you look like you're having way more fun than I am. Enjoy, man. Be safe. That looked like so much fun. Anyway, I was gonna race him. I just joke around. Anyway, here we have some off-roading to do. Let's take this thing and see what it can do off-road. Woohoo! All right. Yeah, guys. Oh, if you're gonna do off-road with this bike, you're in for a treat. Number 1, I'm gonna harp about this throughout the entire ride, but damn is it comfortable. Oh, that seat is just absorbing every little single bump. The suspension doing an amazing job, and I haven't even tweaked it. I haven't tweaked anything at all, but man, doing a wonderful job off-roading. Lots of pebbles, lots of gravel, lots of loose surface. And at 19-20 miles an hour, I feel pretty damn comfortable. Yeah, my voice is going in and out, as you can tell. It is bumpy. I'm not saying it's not a bumpy ride. I'm not saying it's a Cadillac. But for an e-bike, I would call this very close to being the Cadillac of e-bikes as far as comfort is concerned. You take a Cadillac on those roads, an actual Cadillac, you're going to feel bumps as well. But anyway, we got this long hill here. Like, this hill is like vertical. I usually take all my e-bikes on this hill, and we're going to test it out because some of you might be living in places where there are a lot of hills. And with this 960 watt peak, we're going to see if this baby delivers on that promise. 21 miles an hour going up this hill in pedal assist number 5. And as you can see, I'm not using pedal assist. For these test rides, going up these hills, I don't use pedal assist. I want to see what this thing can do on its own. And I weigh somewhere around 135, 140. I'm somewhere around 5'5", 5'6", if you're interested to find out. But we're doing 13.7, 13.6 miles an hour going up this hill. There is a little dip that goes this way, and then it goes back up. So you're going to notice that the speed climbs in just a little bit. And then it's going to get to a point where it's the steepest part of this hill, and then it's going to go back down. But anyway, at the current moment, 13, 14 miles an hour, 13, 14, 14.2, 14.3. Yeah, guys, this is doing way better than the other bikes I tested out on this channel. The other bikes, I would say, average out anywhere between 11 to 13 miles an hour. So anything above that is exceptional, and I would put this in the exceptional category. As I mentioned before, guys, the throttle response, the power delivery, everything is amazing on this e-bike. And I think you're paying a premium for this e-bike because I don't know what the going rate is at the current moment. I think it's somewhere around 1400. I'd have to look it up, but I'll include a link down in the description below on the manufacturer's website along with a coupon code, so you guys can check it out if you're interested. But yeah, you are paying a premium, and now we're doing 15 miles an hour, 15.5. The hill pretty much done, but now we're going to go back down this hill, and we're going to test out the stability of this e-bike to see how stable it is going down that hill that we climbed up in. Now, I'm not exactly sure where the battery meter is on this, but I'm assuming that the battery meter is this gigantic thing over here. But as of right now, battery meter is reading number 6. So yeah, considering that this bar is for pedal assist, as you can see, it's moving up and down. This one's got to be for the battery meter. So battery meter number 6, it's 20 amp hour battery, had absolutely zero issues going up this hill. Usually the battery capacity on most e-bikes that I tested out come down to about 50% while I'm at the peak of the hill, and then once I reach the top of the hill, it goes back up to 100%. But in this bike, didn't do that. So that's a positive sign right there. All right, we're going to be going back down this hill, but I'm not going to give it any throttle. This is just on its own. And we're going to see what this baby does. So we're doing 27 miles an hour going down the hill, 28. Both hands on the hydraulic brakes, because you never know. 30 miles an hour. No cars behind me, which is great. 33 miles an hour, 34 miles an hour, 34, 35, 34, 35. Yeah, I guess that's all it's got going down this hill. I think it's electronically controlled, because in other bikes, as fast as you can go down based on physics, based on how much physics allows you to go down with that speed, as well as the weight you're carrying, this bike was kind of controlled to about 34 to 35 miles an hour. And I think that has something to do with the 48 volt cadence sensor that's built into the bike. I see that as a positive thing, guys. I don't see that as a negative, because who the heck wants to go 35, 40, 50 miles an hour going down a hill on an e-bike? So yeah, the cadence sensor did its job, so that means everything works. Now what I want to do is I want to test out the brakes, because these are hydraulic brakes, but we all know that hydraulic brakes work well, right? But how do we know that it's going to stop us? And by that, what I mean is, are the tires any good? Because you can have really, really, really good brakes, right? But if you're going to skid out 30 feet before the bike actually stops, and in that case, I don't care what kind of brakes the e-bike has, because the tires are the weak part. But let's see how long it takes us to stop from a dead pull. Here we go. All right. So I slammed on the front and the rear, and wow. Okay. So we stopped right here. It literally took about 3 bike lengths for me to stop. We're going to do that one more time. And this time, I'm going to put more emphasis on my front brake, because the front brakes won't skid out as much as the rear. But I'm going to use both brakes, obviously. So here we go, once again. All right, so I think this time it was better because I used more of the front brakes. Yeah, let's follow that. So I stopped like right here. Way better than last time. I would say this is about 2.5 bike lengths. As far as the tires are concerned, as far as the brakes, spot on. Really, really good stuff. Let's stop the bike and let's talk about it, because I want to conclude this video and maybe talk about some of the things I don't like about it. So far, I've had a lot of great things to talk about it, but what are some of the negative things? Okay, so this may or may not really count. You probably don't care, and I don't either, but when they shipped me this bike, it did not have the wheel fenders. So I installed these separate, okay? The front fender looks great. Look how well it sits. It's literally like an inch away from the tire, okay? This has great clearance. But with the rear fender, this is like a good 3 inches, 2-3 inches. It's got a lot of space here. I wish it was a little bit lower. Again, this really doesn't count because it doesn't really change the performance of the bike. The bike performs well, but they're just small little niggles, right? So I want to talk about them. The other thing I don't like is that if you're going to pay $1,400 for an e-bike of this caliber, why should it include a rear light that is USB based? Why can't it just be built into the system so when you're using your brakes, this lights up as well, and when you're turning on your lights in the front, this lights up as well? I don't want to have to go in there and manually turn this on. So I wish this had an actual built-in light. A lot of the cheap e-bikes that I've tested out, anywhere under $800, all have built-in lights, and quite honestly guys, that's pretty much it. I don't like the clearance here, and I don't like the light because it's USB based. I'd have to charge it, batteries run out, I gotta plug it in, charge it again, put it back on. It's just a pain in the ass. I'd rather have it just built in. But those are two small niggles. The positives of this bike way outmatch the negatives, and the negatives don't even count, to be honest. It's just personal preference. There's a lot of things to love about this bike. The only thing I probably don't love about it is this name here, Puckipuppy. Where'd they come up with that? The reality of things is, guys, that you get what you pay for. So $1,400 for this bike, or whatever it's going for on the website at the current moment, link down below. So if you want quality, this is it. And if you guys have any questions, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.